All right, boys and girls, welcome to part 2 of Jacked and Juicy program explanation, whatever the video. So yesterday was, what the fuck was yesterday? Oh yes, yesterday was about how to build muscle. So today is the part 2 of how to read our program. Because, as I said in the last video, I have created a free 6-week program that you can follow along on my Instagram at Damo CrossFit. I'll basically just be posting the program, and I'm pointing over here because the program's on my whiteboard over here. I'll be posting a photo each week of the program. Also, if you're a member of my gym, you will get it now as a PDF emailed out to you. Fucking figured out how to do that last night, so this is a constantly evolving thing. But what the idea of this program is to build muscle, hypertrophy, get jacked and juicy. Okay, it's exactly what it says on the tin. So the program is about building muscle, and there are certain ways I will write stuff. Listen, every program, if you followed the program before, the way I write stuff, it might look similar, but it might have a different meaning. So every program that you follow will have its own little niches or own little way of explaining things. And my program is going to be no different. If you are a member of my gym, you'll kind of be used to the way we talk about things. I'm going to use CrossFit-y terms that sometimes people don't know if they're following this program for the first time, but it'll all make sense in a minute. So anyway, basically today's video is describing or giving you the recipe of how to fucking read the program. Simple as. And I hope you're following along at home, because man, I'm following along myself and I think it's amazing. We're nearly at the end of week 1 now. I know it's Thursday. I've only done 2 days so far because I've done other stuff. I've done CrossFit workouts in between, but I plan on doing day 3, which is tomorrow Friday, and day 4 on Saturday. That's how I've spread out my week. But anyway, I'm shiting on. Let's look at how to read the program. First of all, we have sets and reps. When I write this down, I will normally give the sets first. So 5 sets by 7 reps. And this is an example. This isn't the way it's going to be all the time. It's just an example. What I mean by that is you're going to do 5 working sets of 7 reps. So if it's a back squat, you don't include your warm-up sets in those sets. You get to the weight you're going to work at, and once you're there, you fucking crack out 5 sets of 7 reps. Okay, so you don't count warm-up sets or any of that bullshit. So I want you working hard. Okay, but remember, time under tension, working to failure, that's how we're building muscle. The tempo, okay? Sometimes if you don't have heavy enough weights, working at a tempo, slowing the eccentric phase of the rep is a great way of putting time under tension and turning that light weight into a fucking heavy weight. So I will sometimes write negative. For example, on a bench press, if I say a 3-second negative, you'll push it up and I want a 3-second negative on the descent. All right, sometimes I'll write it 3 seconds both ways. I'll want a 3-second negative on the push up and a 3-second negative on the descent. Now, obviously, you're not going to be doing your 80, 90, 100% 3-second negatives for several reps. You'll be working lighter. But again, this is a way to turn light weights into fucking heavy weights. All right, and again, it comes down to time under tension. The longer you have that muscle under tension, the more likely you're going to be. Even doing bodybuilding posing, like flaring your lats and squeezing your pecs, we'll add some of this stuff in at times, 30-second holds and whatnot. Just the contraction of the muscle itself and holding it is a way to create metabolic stress. All right, so time under tension. You're going to be sick of me saying this. Supersets. These are my favorite. This is a great way to get a lot of work done in a small space of time. So when I do my supersets, I normally pick 2 exercises. Now you can, and supersets are like pick 2 exercises and you just, as soon as you finish one, you go straight onto the other. Now you can do it with 3, 4, 5 exercises up to you, but I normally just pick 2. Now I change it up. So for example, I like to do tits and back on a Monday. That's just the way it is. So we might do a couple of supersets of a chest movement, then straight into a back movement. for example. Then there's days that I'll do, because I normally do chest twice a week and legs twice a week. Just, you know, it's the t-shirt muscles. It's what we're here for. Try to look good naked, all that sort of bullshit. So I might do a superset of 2 chest exercises. So it might be, you might do dumbbell bench press straight into dumbbell flies or something like that. Or back squats straight into lunges. Who knows? It's just, again, it's putting the muscle under load, creating metabolic stress, creating build. All right? Then we have 4 reps. 4 reps is you've hit that point of failure, and there's always 2 more reps there. There's fucking always 2 more. So do those 2. Use a spotter to help tip those elbows up or to help get you out to the bottom of the squat. This is when a training buddy is essential. Training buddies will fucking, even if they're just there screaming in your ear, they're going to help you push to those reps where they count. They're like, if you're able to knock out 10 reps pretty comfortably, and then you just give up because it starts to get hard, you've missed out on the blood and guts. Those 10 reps didn't mean a fucking shit to you. It's the reps when you're working, when your fucking eyeballs are popping out, is where you're fucking doing the business. All right? So, 4 reps. Remember, they're the key. Then this EMOM, every minute on the minute. This again is a great time saver. I like to put a couple of exercises together, and every minute on the minute I will do an exercise. Then the next minute, move on to the next exercise. Sometimes I'll set reps within that minute. Sometimes I'll say work to max. But every minute on the minute, say for 20 minutes, I'll put 4 exercises in there. That means you're going to go around in it 5 times. 1 exercise per minute. You get the maths. I've fucking confused myself. Anyway, every minute on the minute, if I'm writing that in, I'll always explain a little bit more on how I want you to attack it. Then AMRAP, RAP is as many rounds or reps as possible. So it can be as many reps as possible. So you're like, I'll say on the bench press, okay, your last set will be 40% fucking AMRAP. And that means just fucking rip that motherfucker out. Keep going until your eyeballs pop out. Or it can be as many rounds as possible. Like I might put in some style of a CrossFit-y style workout as a finisher. It might be like some sort of a bodybuilder. It might be dumbbell bench press, where I want you to do push-ups and dumbbell bench press for an AMRAP of 12 minutes. So it's just jumping back and forth. Just another way to create a metabolic breakdown of that muscle fiber. And then this last one here is the hundreds. Fucking go hard or go home is what I've wrote here. So sometimes you'll see I'll have a finisher. And I'll just put in 100 tricep push downs, 100 lunges, 100 dumbbell bench press. And basically you choose your own journey. You will go to failure on all movements all of the time. You're going to choose weights that you just can't get straight through the 100 easily. It's basically you have to kind of find your way through it. You take breaks when you feel necessary, and then you basically knock off the 100 reps of each exercise. So, for an example, you might be able to get through 30 tricep push downs, 20 dumbbell bench press, and 10 lunges. Well then, the next round you might do slightly more or slightly less on each exercise, but you pick your own journey, you pick your own path, and you get through those movements whatever way you can. All right, so that's how you would read a program. Again, if there's ever questions, reach out, ask me. This is how I can create more content. This is how I can put videos up there. If there's something that you don't understand with what I'm doing in this program, fucking ask the question. Because if you're thinking it, someone else is thinking it. Simple as. All right, boys and germs, I hope that helps. Giddy up, jacked and juicy.